Ulexite, and today I'm bringing you not really a Forevercraft vanilla server video. This is in fact a bucket server that I have had for quite a while, that I just haven't been on recently, but for about a week I got back into the swing of things and have been working hard on Fortress Wars, Dragons, King of the Ladder, and our trophy room, which you guys don't really need to worry about now until we actually start our Fortress Wars series. So yeah, I'll talk in brief real quick about each of our games that we have. King of the Ladder is basically it's based off of Minecraft's King of the Ladder game, which I believe they actually came up with. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but pretty sure they came up with it. If not, I'm sorry for the person who actually did. So yeah, I've made an Ultimate King of the Ladder map, like in 1.5, so it's pretty old, but it's all updated and working for 1.7.2. It's just I haven't made it automated yet, and there's no timer on it, so it's basically an endless round. So that's good. Our trophy room is something that when we win one of these matches, King of the Ladder, Fortress Wars, or Dragons, we will get these things called trophy stars. They are nether stars, but they're not just normal nether stars. They're named in gold, trophy star, and then there's like I don't know. I think it's called a lore underneath the name when you like hover over it with your mouse. It says you won this in King of the Ladder, or you won this in Dragons, or you won this in Fortress Wars, and it's basically like a little reward system just for us as our series grows, and just for us as friends to battle each other with. If we release a public server for these games, there won't be no trophy room, just because there'll be probably too many people to have trophy rooms for. So that will not be part of the public server, but it's just for us, part of the series, and just to get to competitiveness in ourselves. But aside from that, Dragons. Dragons is a type of game where one person is randomly suggested to be the dragon. Or did I say suggested? Randomly selected to be the dragon. The dragon's job is to kill all the remaining dwarves, or whatever race you decide, but it's mainly dwarves. That's what we call them. And the dragons basically breathes fire and grabs people and throws them in the air and attacks the dwarves. There is 4 dwarves, so you need 5 people. You need probably 4, but 5 is recommended. So yeah, that's pretty fun. So yeah, the dwarves have to kill the dragons, or not the dragons. The dwarves have to kill the dragon, and if they kill the dragon, then they all get a trophy star. And if the dragon kills all the dwarves, he gets 4 trophy stars, 1 for each dwarf he killed. That's pretty sweet. And the dragon is really hard to kill as it is, so the dwarves get buffed up in like full diamond protection 4 armor, like sharpness 5 swords, like power 5, infinity 1, flame 1 bows. It's pretty sweet. So they're decked out, and the dragon, since he's really hard to kill anyways, it's pretty fun. Right, enough with dragons. Let's get on to Fortress Wars. Fortress Wars is actually pretty much the only one I can show you right now, just because this is the one we're doing a series for sure on, and we're nearly done with it. We're not nearly close with dragons. We're just done with the map, like we just finished that. King of the Ladder, we're almost close. It's just that's our low priority right now, and Trophy Room is not even a game. I'll show you that at the end of the video, in case you were wondering about the Trophy Room. Alright, let's get into Fortress Wars. Alright, so this is the lobby. As you can see, it's Welcome to Fortress Wars, and it's created by 18 Canadian and I, Ulexite. And it says enjoy, so you better enjoy it. Here are the rules. One rule is no breaking blocks. Another is only use your own weapons. That means like the ones that you spawn with. And there's these things called special weapons, which gives each race, which are these. These are the races. The Haints, which are basically ghosts, or like ghouls or something like that. Dwarves, which is dwarves. Gnomes, which are gnomes. And on the Undead, which are skeleton. They can be zombies too. They're like a mixture, I guess, but whatever. And each race gets its own special weapon with its special powers. So like the Haints race, which is me, gets one with jump boost on it to make it look like he's kind of flying through the air, but he's not really flying, I guess, and it lasts for like a couple seconds. Dwarves have a special axe. It's called the Dwarven Great Axe, and it can basically blind you and give you nausea. Has a 10% chance whenever he hits you. That's really cool. Gnomes, they get a special wand that when you right click it shoots fireballs, so it's like a magic wand. And the Undead, they get a scythe, which when right clicked on the ground, it spawns 4 skeletons, and basically to help them attack. And I'm gonna make it so, or I'm gonna try to make it so that when they don't attack the undead person, but they attack everyone else. So that's a really cool feature that I'm hoping to get fixed. I have it implemented, it's just not working for some reason. Another rule: once your team is chosen, there's no switching, as it messes things up. Because I've had this glitch in the past where I've had to trash a whole Fortress Wars server, and it wasn't really like built up or anything. It was just a map, and then I was working on the first beginnings of the automation and the actual game mode. But I actually, like, I don't know if this still exists, but when you join a team, I think it like builds up, like, I don't know, Ulexite joining this team, and eventually it'll be like character limit, and you won't be able to log into the server or to the world, and that sucks a lot. So it's just a glitch that happened before, and I don't want to risk it. So that's why I don't think you should have team changing, and you won't be able to anyways once we get this on a public server. And if you find any glitches, you have to report it to me or 18KDM. Rule: no smack talk, so be a good sport. Don't be a poor sport. Right, as you can see by the sign, it's always night. That's because over here in the control room, where is it? It's up here. This right here is our time setter. It sets it to night whenever the daylight sensor picks up daylight. So it's infinitely night. And this is just the kill switch. It blocks this repeater so it can't activate this, so it can turn day. But we don't really use that. It's just in case we need to see something in the daylight. This is just the inner workings of our Fortress Wars, all the automation. This switches the, oh yeah, his name, I don't know what his name is. It's like, I don't know, it's just randomness. But yeah, this is just the control room. This is a giant clock that I got from Cube Hamster. So yeah, I'll show you that on the outside real quick. Yep, this is just our inner workings, command blocks and all this stuff. Just resets the scores and gives them their nether star. This changes the scoreboard sidebar, as you can see. This is just all Fortress War stuff. Alright, let's get into the more interesting things. So this is our Christmas tree that we have set up for Christmas time, because it's Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is late this year, so it's technically the Christmas season. This is what the lobby looks like from the outside. As I said, there's this clock. It goes up to 9 minutes and 59 seconds, but I usually set it for 1 minute before the matches, just so we can prepare ourselves. And it goes up to 9 minutes 59 seconds just because if we need to like edit any one of our 4 bases here, we can. Alright, so this is the Undead Base. Each plot is 48 by 48 blocks, so it is an even number, but it doesn't really matter in our case since they're fortresses and not houses or buildings or something like that. So this is the Undead's team. Timmy 2020 usually plays as this. He built this map, or this base, not the map. So yep, these are little houses, little archer posts. Little room to go in. Nice cathedral or church thing, not cathedral. There's all this stuff, kind of spooky. That's the feel. It's supposed to be like an undead crypt place. This is just a little hut. This is a graveyard with a bunch of beds in it. And over here he has his own grave. Because, you know, he's a dead man. So that's his grave. Here's the Gnomes Base. It's Magic Wingo built this. It's surrounded by a dirt wall. Because this used to be, well, I don't know why. He just said I put a dirt wall that's super tall. It's like the tallest wall that we have, obviously. But the only way in, unless you can somehow jump over, which is really hard, is through this entrance. And so he has an entrance to one of, I believe there's one right here. Maybe not. Nope, there isn't. So the only way to get to his trees that he has grown is through here. And there's like a little bridge right here. Connects the 2 trees. And wait, is there a way? No, he blocked it off. Okay, that's what I thought. So then right here is a little arching post in his tree. This just lets him shoot at Timmy and 18 Kennedy if he can reach. And then over here, oh, this is just an arrow for his infinity bow. He puts it in, he takes that out before the round, and then every round once he gets his arrows, he puts one arrow in here just so he saves it. Because if you run out of arrows, you can't get any more for the infinity bow, which I'll explain later. So yep, he can shoot at my base, which is this. He can shoot at 18 Canadian's base, which is right here. Right at this little vantage point. That's pretty cool. If he jumps down here, he can get in like these 3 little huts and attack. Oops, sorry about that. I had some business to take care of. But yep, so he can attack this base, or this base, which is pretty sweet. And he has 3 of them on all sides, I guess you can say, one in the middle. Alright, let's go to 18 Kennedy M's base. So, this is his. He's got a little teeny mountain. Just a little keep built into the side. This was more of a, I don't know. He kind of made this in a kind of a rush because we really needed to play. But he likes it a lot, and I think it looks pretty good too. He's got 3 little towers right here, just so he can shoot at people when he needs to. He never really uses these 2 when we've been playing. He's never actually really used those. He mainly uses this, so that's something to look out for when you're watching our videos. And so this is a little stairway. Really easy to spawn camp him. Like, and I mean super easy. Because he can just spawn, you can hide up here, shoot him with your arrow, jump down with your weapon, and yeah. So, onto this, ignore the fence. This is just a little thing I have up to separate the boundaries, but whatever. So here is these things are turrets. It's from a plugin called Skull Turret. These may or may not be in the final version of Fortress Wars. I mean, they won't be in the public server just because they're too hard to set up. They may not work correctly, but these are at least to defend against the undead's weapon. And I may not even include this. It's just a test. But if it works out, every team will get 2. We'll get 2 turrets to defend against the skeletons. except for the undead, just because. But I think that might be a little cheaty towards the undead, so I don't think I'm going to implement it. This is my little tower. I'll get into spawn points and shop warps in a bit, but each base has them, and 18 Kennedy M's is right there. Timmy's is actually behind the church tower, as you can see right there. Magix is in his main tree, which I forgot to show you. I'll show you that real quick. Just break a hole through his tree. He's not gonna care. Oh, I broke it right above one of his pressure plates. But yeah, this is his little entry gate where he respawns and goes to a shop. That's his shop warp, and that's his spawn point. Let's fly back up here. Grab a leaf or two. That back up. Alright. Back to mine. So yep, mine's a tower sitting on top of a mound that's somewhat hollow in the center. There's a little pond out back. Another one so I can escape if someone's down here and I'm up here and I see their name or something. I can just quickly jump out of here and counterattack them or something. Or ambush them. Here is the little maps I have set up. This one is of like the whole map, and this is just of me and 18 Kennedy M's half. They don't really serve a purpose, it's just mainly for decoration. Got some paint set up. These pistons, you can't leave because of this. Because of this half slab right here. You can walk out of this one, just because it's the half slab's up there instead, and I just want to have an escape route. But if I'm in a really serious arching position and I want to kill some people, I can just open up these flaps. Or flaps, pistons, and they block me off so I can't like get shot out backwards or something. And just go heyday on them. And this is mainly just for Matt. I can get Timmy, but this one I can get magic with. This one I have to stand back in order to shoot from right there. But I can get him from right here, or if he's down, or if they're down there or something. That's pretty neat. There's nothing up there, there probably won't be, just because it's boring up there. Down here, I've got my little spawn majigger. What do you want to call it? My shop warp. So I can get to my shop if I just drop down. You can't get back up, but the only way to get back up is if you click this button, and it'll warp you back to my little position I've got right here. Okay, where to next? Alright, let's talk about team choosing and stuff. So when we start our videos, it'll most likely be starting. Oh wait, is there a disc in here? Yeah, there's. I can't get it. Whatever. When we start out our videos, we'll most likely be starting out in this little lobby area, choosing our teams. These are the teams we can choose. I will most usually walk over to this one and become Haint. And because that's basically just a ghost, while you were wondering, because I'm Slender Man, so I wanted something like that, so that's what my theme is. Yep, that's just my head of my skin right now, so just ignore that. So you notice whenever I step on this pressure plate in the server, it's setting my spawn point here. So if I were to die, I would respawn hopefully back here. Except it's up here because the spawn points are all messed up. How did I spawn all the way at the top? Yeah, I think it sets it to the corner of the block, which happens to be right here. So it spawned me all the way up there, which is kind of depressing, but I'll get that worked out. And then down here, it will only take you to your team's shop. So this is my shop. I can't, if I go step on 18 Kennedy M's, shop thing, it won't let me go because I'm not on the Dwarven team. I'm on the Haint team, as you can see in my red name. The Dwarven team's color is gold, Gnome is blue, and Undead is purple. If that makes any sense. Mine is red, obviously. So when I step on this, it takes me to this little shop. It's the same thing for everyone except the roofs are different, which is just their team color. Mine's green, like the emeralds. Matt's is gold, or 18 KDM. Timmy 2020 is diamond, because that's his favorite block, obviously. And Magic's is iron. So it costs 10 kill points, which you can see going on right here. Costs 10 kill points, which converts to 5 kills in order to get Infinity 1 bow, which is pretty cheap, but that's okay. It costs 20 kill points to get your special weapon, which is really beast. I'll just add myself some points. I think that's the command. Yep. So if I do this, I'll get my Grave Spade, which allows me to have jump boost for 11 for 10 seconds. So I'll respawn real quick. So if you just right click this button, it'll respawn, it'll say respawning, and it'll teleport you to Orc Respawn. It's not really Orc Respawn, it's really supposed to be Haint, but I was previously the Orc team, and I switched because I switched my skin from an Orc to Tetris, then to Slenderman. So that's why it says Orc. I just didn't want to rewrite all the command blocks that involve that respawn point. But 18 Kennedy M's is Dwarf respawn point. Timmy 2020's is Undead, and so on with Gnomes. But yep, mine allows me to basically, when I right click, I get a jump boost, and this is how high it appears. And it's basically to give the impression that I'm flying through the air for a little brief moment. And then it takes 30 seconds to reactivate the spell. So I'll just wait a couple seconds. Alright, so I have it. Then see, or no, not 30, 20 seconds. So see, you have to wait 20 seconds to activate it again. So I can't just like spam it or anything. And I'll show you 18 Kennedy M's special weapon. Which, by the way, 18 Kennedy M is not here. He's in Missouri and Kansas. He's going between them to Thanksgiving. So he's like not here, so that's why he's not in this video. Otherwise, I would have asked him to be in this video, obviously. So yeah, let me just. Oh, what's his name? Great Axe. Giving me the Great Axe. All of our special weapons do 6 damage each. So even Luke's or Magic's, his name's Luke, so I call him that. Blah. What was it? Each of our weapons, including his magic staff, which is a hoe, but in the texture pack it's a fire staff. It looks pretty neat, if you ask me. All of them do 6 damage, so it's pretty equal, except 18 Canadians is 10% chance to apply a blindness effect and a 10% chance to apply confusion, which is pretty neat. Like, if he'll just be hitting at you and you'll be hitting at him, and all of a sudden you're blind, or you have nausea, or you have both, which is a really rare chance, which has unfortunately happened to me and Magic Wingo, and we've both died to it. So it's pretty depressing when you get that, to say the least. That's his Great Axe. Sorry, I'm hitting my mic on my shirt. So now I gotta show you Magic's staff. magic staff is pretty neat. It shoots a fireball, and it also gives 6 damage to you. So it shoots a fireball at a 1 second cooldown, so you can't just spam it at you. I think it's a pretty good dealio. It's really effective when he's like cornered and we're trying to get at him. Like if he was in a corner right here, pretend this is too high, and he was shooting at you, and you were like right in front of him, you would get like launched back, and then if you were to burn to death, he gets the kill point, which is really neat. Right now I'll show you Timmy's scythe. And by the way, the plugin we're using is RPG items bucket. It says it's inactive, but it pretty much works for any version. This is 1.7.2 Spigot, which is so you can have multiple servers connecting, so you can get bungee cord, which is a plugin for Spigot. It's so you can connect to multiple servers to like a portal or something. Spigot is basically pretty much the same thing as Bucket. All the plugins for Bucket work with Spigot, except Spigot reduces your lag, and it allows you to have bungee cord, which allows you to connect to multiple servers. This is what I believe Hypixel and Overcast use. I'm not entirely sure because I have no clue if they do or not, but that's just my guess. So that's pretty neat. It allows, right now, only certain blocks work. So like, here, let me show you. The acacia wood, it appears in your inventory, but then since the server is not officially 1.7.2 because Bucket isn't, it turns it to stone, same with packed ice. On all of these flowers, it turns it back to a poppy. And yes, and this turns it to stone. And this sunflower, it's spitting out flowers. So that's pretty depressing. But you can, through World Edit, get like red sand and podzol, as you saw from down there. If you do a command, if you do / set or replace or something that replaces blocks with another block. All the acacia woods work. I don't know if the stairs don't work though, sadly. But for some reason the planks work, and I'm confused about that. As glass works somewhat, like it doesn't turn to stone, but right when you place it, it gets rid of it. So that's sad and depressing. So yeah, enough with that. I believe that's it. I kind of rambled a bit there with the 1.7 stuff, but yeah. Do you think there should be anything added to the game that you would like to see in our videos or on our public server, which by the way probably won't be even close to being done by sometime next year, probably sometime this summer, just because there's a lot to do and not enough time to do it. So I apologize for that. We'll do as best we can, but we also have to pay for the servers that it runs on, and we need to come up with a way to fund that. So that will be interesting to get set up. So yep, this has been Ulexite. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, because it means a lot to me. Seriously, it does. If I got on my last Quick Craft episode with 18 Kennedy M, I had terrible mic issues, which I do apologize for. It was something with rendering or something like that. I don't know. But I got 2 likes on that, and I don't even know who they're from. One of them is from a complete stranger who just wanted a subscriber for a subscriber, which I don't really care. I'm not going to subscribe to him though. Yeah. And the other one I probably was from 18 Kennedy M, but who knows? So yep, thank you guys for watching. This has been Ulexite. Bye bye.